Is it recording?
Yep.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Okay, that seems like we're pandering.
Okay.
Seems like a bit much.
Sorry.
We don't want to, make it just because we're Muslim.
That's not what this is about. It's about representation.
We want to make it on our own merit. Welcome to Just Two Brothers.
Just two brothers.
Two Muslim brothers.
Who happen to be Muslim.
Happen to be. Would you like to tell your name, brother?
Yeah, I am Brother Yusuf. This is Brother Ibrahim.
So, first question. So, what kind of movies would we like to tell and why?
I think I would be more interested in doing like slice of life type films.
Mm-hmm.
Slice of life meaning like not necessarily like blockbuster.
Well, it's a very focused story. A glimpse of like just somebody in their everyday life. We were talking about movies like Lady Bird.
Yeah.
That you feel like very relatable to.
Not to kiss anyone's ass here, but Sound of Metal.
Right.
It's a good example of that. Because it's not even like it was about some like major band, like.
Right, because that wasn't the focal point. The focal point was this one guy was going through some hardship.
Yeah, and he lost something.
Yeah, and that's the point of the story. It's just the humanity of it. I would be keen on telling stories that show the humanity of individuals.
Second question. What does Muslim representation mean to you?
For Muslim representation, I see two ways of representing that I appreciate. In the show Rami, which I'm a big fan of, you show a guy who is Muslim American, and the point of the show is to break down like people's preconceptions about what being a Muslim is. He's just a dude.
Right.
He's just an American dude who happens to be Muslim and goes through trials and tribulations.
Right, and that's what I like, is it's not, yes, Islam is obviously it's a big part of the show because he's Muslim, and that is like what helps him like live his life.
That's a part of his life.
A certain way.
So
it's a major part of his life.
Yeah.
He is not in that show a stereotype because he is portrayed as a regular, like culturally almost American person. He dresses like an American would who's from the East Coast, who's his age.
Right.
He talks like...
And it's particularly relatable for us because we are also American Muslims. And then on the other side of Muslim representation, you have Riz Ahmed playing in The Sound of Metal. So you have a Pakistani Muslim who is playing the lead character that I think arguably, typically, would go to a white actor most of the time.
That was a very, like, Ryan Gosling part. Like a Ryan Gosling in Place Beyond the Pines.
A typical, handsome, white lead. But it was given to a brown guy because why not? Could it have not happened to a brown guy? And it has nothing to do with him being Muslim. In fact, the character is probably not even Muslim.
The character is probably not Muslim.
That's not the point. The point is that this slice of life could happen to anyone.
Yes, and obviously it's a shame that most of the media, like most of Muslims seen or portrayed in the media, are either given some role as terrorist or,
or not even that, but like just a very specific view of what they are. Like it's the same every time.
It's the same,
even if it's not a terrorist. Something that I would like to see more of in representation for Muslims is representation by Muslims. If there's going to be a movie that has Islam in it, I would hope that the creators of that story
were Muslim,
or at least a part of the production to give it some nuance. I'm tired of seeing stories told by white people about Muslims.
For that matter, any culture that they're part of.
Right. It's awesome that movies like Moonlight are being made by black creators. Well, I think that wraps up. Just two brothers, just two Muslim brothers who happen to be Muslim.
Just two brothers who happen to be Muslim.
But we also happen to be American and handsome.
And handsome.